be even better at for game 3?
Offensive rebound still something that we can be better at. I think so, yeah, like double digits on offensive rebounds. So we can do a better job at that, boxing out, hitting guys, and then keeping the ball in our hands, not trying to have single digit turnovers as well. So just doing the small things that take you over the top as a team in the playoffs. And it's mainly the effort plays that really push teams over the top. So whoever do those the most gonna come out with a good result.
It was interesting hearing that the teams you played in the regular season didn't have the full complement, so you really didn't get the full gauge of who you guys were. This series is the first time that's been the case. How much has that been taken into account with you that, okay, we're here, it's 1-1, but the 8 games that we played, we don't really playing against the best of best.
Yeah, I mean, you can say that. I mean, we understand the position we're in. Sometimes it is what it is. You just got to go out there and figure it out. I think that's what we're trying to do right now.
When you look at Kawhi in game 2, you guys sent him some different looks in that second half. How did you like the way that you guys were a little bit more aggressive and forcing the ball out of his hands?
Yeah, he's going to score his points. He's going to touch the ball, get to his spots. That's how great he is. But just make it as tough as you can on him. We can live with the results of that. I think keeping him off the foul line. Also, that's one thing we should get better at is reaching fouls, playing good defense. But right at the end, we reach in and get a foul. I think that'll help us out. But when it comes to Kawhi, just trying to make his catches tough and contest the shots. And he's gonna make tough shots all night. That's just who he is. You just can't get discouraged.
You've had some battles with Kawhi over the years, right?
Yeah.
How's he look to you like right now versus like even early Kawhi?
Just get older in the league, get more comfortable, you just get more responsibility. I think that's what the name of Kawhi's career has been, is his development. I think that's what a lot of people look at, is how he came into the league and where he is now. We wouldn't expect him to be a superstar like he is when he came in. So for him to develop his game, and develop his mindset, to be this player he is today, speaks volume to his work ethic and his love for the game.
Even just like athleticism, minutes he's playing in this series, load he's carrying, like at this stage in his career, that's a lot, right?
I'm not surprised by it. I mean, he's a supreme athlete. He works on his game, cares about the game. So when the ball is tipped up, I don't expect anything different from him to just be the best version of himself.
Is there an extra bit of kinship there with the fact that both of you had to work your way back from serious leg injuries to get to this point, and the kind of history that you have going against each other?
I just think it's respect, mutual respect, just based off of work ethic you hear about from one another, and just production that we both had in the league. So it's just mutual respect. Everybody has a different journey. Everybody goes through some different experiences in this league to make them who they are. So we all got unique experiences.
How do you figure out with this group when's the time for you to do your thing on the scoring end versus someone else doing it?
I think I'm just much more than a scorer. So
yeah.
I think I'm always involved. I think if I'm handling the ball and I don't score that possession, it feels like I created a lot of stuff for my teammates on that backside. If we run a play and my man's face guarding me, I feel like that's a win for our possession sometimes. So it's not necessarily just a score, but I feel like I could definitely be, looking, taking my shots like I normally do. But the way the defense and the attention that I get on the defensive side of the ball, sometimes I got to figure out what my looks are, how I approach each possession. So it's been fun. It's always been a mental game. So just try to figure it out.
Guys, regardless of whichever team you've been on over the years, they've all said that you're always incredibly easy to play with. I mean, beyond what you bring as a player, what do you think is key in being able to have that kind of presence for everyone else?
It won't sound genuine coming from me. I just really think you got to ask people that play with me and coaches that coach me how they really feel. Because I don't want to speak up on myself like that. You just ask my teammates, whoever play with me, how they truly feel. You'll get your answer. But you know how I feel.
After seeing the way the Clippers, came out on your turf, the way they played the first 2 games, I mean, in the playoffs, how big of a challenge is it for you guys, I guess, mentally, preparation-wise? Now on their turf, what do you expect for these next few games?
There's going to be a lot of energy in the building. I expect it to be physical game from start to finish. I don't expect anything to change as far as their approach. As far obviously you throw schemes and adjustments, but as far as just playing hard and the identity of their team is not going to change overnight. So regardless of what building we play in, we're going to get that same energy and effort from them. And that's the same thing we bring too. So just got to focus on every possession, playing extremely hard, and seeing what happens.
How much pride do you take in there? Okay, the double that's open, I'll get him the ball. Even with Biombo, he's not the ideal finisher all the time, but you're still feeding him in situations where he's open.
Yeah, I think it's just putting pressure on the defense. I think those two plays you're talking about, I was able to get to the spot that I wanted, and then I seen guys. I was gonna shoot those. I see guys stepping over a bit, and I feel like it's an easier shot if the guys is right under the basket. So I was able to see Joe there in his fourth quarter to get a layup. And, just being patient, keeping my head up, and just making the right plays. But it all starts with me just being aggressive, and breaking the defense and putting pressure on the defense. And, it's the last second I figure out what I need to do.
Is it like that here at all? I mean, you have this dev team and you come here, and if you guys have to go back and forth, like, or is it kind of been a different vibe?
I just think playing with guys like Steph and Clay, and Russ, Kyrie, James, like all of that stuff just prepared me to be able to play with guys that can do multiple things out on the floor. But the common denominator is just like all of those guys are efficient players. So if you're efficient, then you can work with another player. If you're an inefficient basketball player, you're going to take up a lot of the possession and it might bog down your offense a bit. So playing with guys that have been efficient and make quick decisions, it doesn't have to be my turn, your turn. It's just like the floor of the game is going to dictate how we're supposed to play. So it's not a conscious effort of like, all right, we got to get Book the ball now, or we got to get KD the ball now. I just think that the energy and the flow of the game will dictate that.
Like he's trying everything. He's going behind.
Yeah.
He's going for steals. I mean, what's it been like in that matchup with him and Gordon?
I mean, it's just been. You appreciate guys who play extremely hard and push you to be better, and push you to figure out ways to be better. So, a couple of those blocks, I took my mind off of him for a split second, and he come flying out of nowhere and get a block. So just being more patient, just understanding that I'm not. People are gonna get their hands on some basketballs when they're playing against me. So just not get discouraged and just keep playing and keep finding my spots.
With apologies to Cole, I have to ask, just like old OKC where you guys used to be on separate teams, practice,
Practice, we were always on the same team.
Okay. Perk was telling me today that you would always be on different teams and go against each other.
Perk is an entertainer now. So he has to add a little bit extra to it. I mean, obviously, everybody in the NBA knows it's the first team starters versus the bench.
Yeah.
That's how it is in
But
practice.
we hear all those stories. You get beating each other into the facility all the time, right? Who get there earliest?
There's always been this thing with this competition between Russ and I. Like we were competing to what? I never really had that mentality with my teammates, like trying to outdo them in something. It's like Russ would have a mentality or approach that worked for him, and I would ask him, "Yo, what you doing right here? If it worked for me, I would take it. If it didn't, I wouldn't." So it wasn't competition with any of my teammates ever. It's more so like me picking their brain and vice versa, and us coming together on the court and making it work. But I guess that's a part of what me and Russ boy. They're just like, let's figure out some competition between them, some beef between them, but there's more admiration for